I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always. But the new me is really still the real me. I swear you gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices, they running out of options. Cause I've been going off and they don't know when to stop.
Hey, what? I'm about to get in trouble with YouTube. What's up, y'all? It's Friday. YouTube gonna be like, bitch, if you don't get your ass out of here playing this music, girl. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. What's today? The 25th, 26th? What's going on? What's going on? Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. What was I gonna tell y'all? Oh, welcome to all the new subscribers. Yes, what's up, y'all? Beware, honey. Sometimes you're gonna be like, bitch, you out of pocket. But I'm just letting y'all know. So welcome. Let me know you stopped by. Come on and leave a comment. And we could discuss. Today is just like whatever. We really don't have a focus. I wrote some things down that I just came up with this morning to talk about that I thought was actually kind of, something that we could talk about. First, let me do this because somebody asked me to do a keto update. Okay, I have been doing keto, but I have not been strict with myself. But I do find that I'm still losing weight. I think it's because that I am not eating as much. I'm not really counting my carbs, but I'm not eating carbs. You understand what I'm saying? I'm down 20 pounds, which is kind of crazy because I feel it like I don't feel like I look like it, but I could definitely feel it in my clothes. I don't feel like I look like it though. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then I keep going up and down, when it's that time of the month and all that other stuff. So, I have what do you call a 5 pound variance. I keep going, it goes up and then it goes down. So I'll say 15 to 20. Let's just say that. Eating is fine. I drink a lot of coffee. I take my MCT oils. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of meat, of course. The reason why I haven't been really giving too many updates, I forget, but I don't like to feel like a particular thing has, I don't like to feel like a particular thing is taking over a part of my life. That's why it's hard for me to stay on diets, because I feel like the diet is running me and I'm not in control of it. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to all the people who take time to do the recipes and I'm gonna do this and stuff like that. I was like, no, I can't. That's not even my whole thing. I'm not about to sit up there and show y'all how to make anything. So that's what is not going to happen. But everything else has been going cool. I do cheat, so I'm just gonna be honest. It's not like I just go overboard. So I've been doing very good though. And I think it's something that actually works for me, because about 2 weeks ago, I think I ate I went overboard that day because I was eating did I eat a donut? 2 weeks ago, I ate a donut and a slice of pizza. I was Homer Simpson basically. I felt bloated, ooh, what is wrong with my body? My body was like, bitch, what? No, don't do that. And it's funny because you could really experiment with your body, take a food away, take something away, and then pay attention to how your body reacts to it. I notice when I do eat bread, I retain water, which is, I don't know, maybe the bread is inside absorbing the water. I don't know, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But what else? What else is going on? So the Golden State Warriors went to go see Barack Obama. Y'all petty. They haven't gone to the White House in 2 years. They're champions for 2 years. Where are you going, girl? I hope you get there, boo. I hope you get there. And they didn't go, normally they go visit the president of the United States when they win. Any sports team in America, when they win their, the championship, they go visit the president. Everybody knows that. These past 2 years, Golden State Warriors fuck you, we're not going to visit you. But yesterday, or a couple of days, I don't know if it was actually yesterday, but they went to go visit the president of the United States, Barack Obama. I what's his name? No, I'm sure he knows now. because little Spanky gonna be real mad about it. He gonna be real mad. Little snot coming out his nose. He's gonna knock over somebody's sandcastle this morning in the playground, in the sandbox, with his little thick legs. He reminds me just like a little fat Spanky little boy that probably eats crayons and pencil lead, and his nose is always snotty, and it's like dirt around the snot too. and his little legs are thick when you can see his little veins in his leg, little thick legs. That's what, with the little white hard bottom shoes. That's what reminds me of Trump, and pushing down people's sandcastles in the thing, because he's mad because he couldn't make a sandcastle. Little real estate developer, he can't get a sandcastle built, so he's shutting down the goddamn government. Sarah Huckabee is on the TV this morning talking about that Roger Stone's arrest don't have nothing to do with him. That bitch is a liar. I've never seen it. I've never, like, you just lied. Like, and it's really crazy because they was talking about it on Twitter this morning, and then I was reading the replies, and everybody in the replies were like, look, you could tell when she lies because she says or she says look. And so I was like, okay. She was doing it. I was like, this bitch is a trip. It don't have nothing to do with it. He is the president. He cares more about the American people. That says just a bunch of lies. Just a bunch of lies. Let me tell you something. I hope and pray that Sarah Huckabee, with her melted face, I hope that she is not able to get a job with anyone else based on this job performance alone. Based on this job performance alone, I hope she doesn't get a job anywhere else and is forced to work for Donald Trump for the rest of her career. I hope that happens to her, because I know, how could you're just like blatantly lying, and it's insulting because it's like, do you think we're stupid? Like, really, do you think we're stupid, bitch? You have to think we're stupid. What's going on over here? It's a lot of lights flashing. It doesn't have anything, I have some notes. It doesn't have anything to do with the president. Roger Stone was arrested this morning by federal agents who are not getting paid because of the shutdown. And they went and arrested him and charged him with 7 counts. Some of those are falsifying statements and witness tampering. But they don't have nothing to do. How many people have been arrested? This is the 6th person that's been arrested that has a connection to Spanky. That shit is crazy. That shit is so crazy to me. They came to his house this morning. They talking about they didn't know anything about it. She couldn't answer one question. She just kept, look, shut up. Like, and then they showed this couple whose child is on a ventilator. Their electricity bills are high. The man's not working because he's a government employee. He's not working, so he doesn't know if he's going to be able to afford the electricity bill that keeps his son's ventilator on. And Sarah's like, well, the president cares about the American people. That is the reason why he wants to put the wall up. No, he wants to put the wall up because he's a real estate developer, and his name is going to be attached to that wall for forever in history of American history. That is what that man was. Y'all already allowed him to check off on his bucket list, I want to be the president. Y'all have allowed him to do that. And now I don't know. It's crazy. I'm telling you, this country is psychotic. It is psychotic. It goes in circles, and it's psychotic. It's like the ultimate mind fuck. Come to America, the ultimate mind fuck. That should be, instead of land of the free, home of the brave, it should be land of the mind fuck, because it's crazy. It's just like everything. You're like, if you watch the news, you'll be like, what? They shutting down LaGuardia airport, their flights, because there's no air traffic controllers, so the planes could just run into each other because they don't know where the fuck they're going. They need somebody to help them fly through the goddamn sky and land. Lady, if you don't get out of my lane. That's why your car is scraped up on the side. Shit. I mean, you can't fly. So not only, because, you know, they're federal employees, FAA. So they're saying, I mean, there's nobody coming to work. People are using their sick time. We're using my sick time. I don't understand. What can we do, y'all? Do we need to go down to the food banks? Who can we donate to? We need to figure out how we can help these people who are not working and not getting paid. This is how many weeks? The second paycheck? A month without money? Oh my God. What I can't even, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Honestly, I'd be in my goddamn 401k. That's what I would do for the time being if I had to do that. And they need to waive any kind of penalties people are getting on anything. They need to waive them. I mean, it's just the right thing to do in this capitalistic society. It's just the right thing to do. And it's all because he's throwing a tantrum. Nancy Pelosi is like, these people cannot go ask their daddies for money. I said, come on, bitch, they're so petty. Everybody's petty this morning. Everybody is being petty. I have a feeling Donald Trump is going to go on Facebook Live and give his State of the Union address because he wants people to see him. And Whoopi Goldberg said something that I thought was, that I felt like I agreed with. Like, she said, he was probably told, that's the reason why he was okay to cancel it, because he was probably told by the networks that if you film this anywhere besides where you're supposed to film this, we are not going to broadcast it. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's all he wants, is to be on TV. That's it. And it's so funny that Sarah Huckleberry and the rest of them people are always talking about how different journalists want to be the spotlight. They want to be the center of attention. They want clout from challenging the president. You have a celebrity, an entertainer, a flunky in the goddamn White House. All he wants is to be the center of attention. So it's like the things that they say is just so fucking crazy, and it's insulting. So are y'all watching Celebrity Big Brother? I think it's been on 4 days now. It plays every single day, apparently. I didn't know. I thought it was a weekly thing, but when I was doing my research, because I saw a clip of Kandi Burruss, y'all already know I am not here for Kandi, and Tamar Braxton are in the same goddamn house. It is a viewer's wet dream to watch them in action. But I've watched the clip of Tamar. Well, when I went on research, I noticed that it was coming on every day. It said 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 21st. So it's been on this whole week. And I guess both the people. I haven't seen Big Brother in the longest time. But Tamar and Kandi, they have history, and we already know with T.S. Madison and Kaya how Tamar and them, they was kicked out, and it was Vince and all this other shit. Remember all of that? Yes. Okay, so we remember that. I think I want some coffee, y'all. I'm going to McDonald's to get some coffee. Did I already pass it? I think I already passed it. 7:30. Anyways, let me get over because I'm not behind this truck and it's getting on my nerve. So anyway, so they were talking about success versus relevancy. And y'all know that I'm not here for neither one of them. Tay Muppet or Kandi Sugar Mama Burruss. I'm not here for neither one of them. So I was watching it. And Tamar is her usual youngest child, center of attention self, pouting and always mad about. Tamar, when are you going to change? Like Iyanla said, girl, you ruined the message with your behavior. Like, she got Kandi and clocked Kandi so fast. Kandi sat on her bed and they were talking about success versus relevancy. And Kandi sat on the edge of Tamar's bed and was talking about how the effort it's taken to put into Big Brother, how she didn't realize it was so much. And Tamar's like, well, you do this on Housewives. So what's the big deal? You do this on Housewives. And she's like, well, I'm always ripping and running and da-da-da-da. And she says, and then it's always something going on in Atlanta, and they always want me there. I don't know why they always want me there. And Tamar is laying in the bed with sunglasses on, looking like how I'll probably be looking with a bald head, laying in the bed with sunglasses on, not wanting to be bothered with you people, and say, well, it's because you're relevant, which is a compliment. period. Kandi's like, no, well, I mean, everybody is successful. Well, you're the one that's relevant in Atlanta. She's like, well, it's people doing their thing in Atlanta. She said, I didn't say people weren't doing their thing. I said that you're relevant. So Kandi was like, well, she started mentioning her friends. So then her friends. So, Tamar has an issue with Paperback Toya. And who's the other one? Tiny. And her and Tiny were actually the friends and not Kandi, which is, I think, them putting them in the house together. I think it's actually amazing. Good for television. They knew what they were doing when they put them in the house together. And so they go back and forth. Kandi, in her typical messy self, injects her friends into the conversation. And Tamar was like, oh no, I'm not saying anything about them. I'm not saying nobody is not doing their thing. I'm not saying anybody is not successful. Well, Family Hustle does really good. She mentions Tiny. She said the reason why Family Hustle's doing good is because Tiny is relevant. You're relevant. I didn't say anything about anybody not doing their thing. I didn't say anything about anybody not being successful. You're relevant, and that's what it is. Don't try to inject your friends and try to be messy. And she tried, and then even Tamar used Dr. Jackie as an example. Dr. Jackie is very, very, very successful in her field and what she does. But being on Married to Medicine has made her relevant. People are now looking at her. She was successful when nobody was looking. But now people are looking at her. And I was like, Tamar is right. She's in the full stop. She's right. And Kandi was trying, I don't know why Kandi mentioned Toya, and I don't know why she mentioned Tiny. I don't know why she mentioned her friends. But I know why she that behavior, and then her sitting on the couch laughing and giggling, and then I don't like that shit either. I know Tamar is dramatic, but when somebody is expressing themselves to you, and I think that Tamar, like that, I saw another scene of them where Tamar was trying to explain to her, like, we have this problem, and I don't even really, like, we're not friends. And then, like, she was talking to Ricky Williams, I think, the football player, he's in the house too. And he basically told Tamar, I don't think, because Kandi ended up walking out, I don't think that, because Tamar was like, I'm not about to do this with you. I know what you're doing. You're trying to inject your friends into this conversation. I'm not verbatim, but you're trying to inject your friends into this conversation, trying to be messy. I'm not about to do this with you, Kandi. Like, I'm not about to do this messy shit with you. This is the shit you do on your show. You always do this. I'm not about to do this with you. And she was right. I said, yes. See, Tamar is so sensitive that if she shut the fuck up, she would clock a lot of people's actions, because that how sensitive she is for being the youngest child and being able to see people's behaviors. Like, she was right. I have 4 sisters. I'm raising a house full of sisters. I know when a bitch is being catty. I know when a bitch is being shady. I know when a bitch is trying to pull some shit. And Kandi was doing that. I was like, come on, Tamar. But you ruined everything by this over dramatic activity that you like to fall into. But that comes with being the youngest child. She acts like a damn fool. Like, you do the most, and it's unnecessary. Everything is missed with that. But Ricky Williams said, which was a real dig at Kandi and what I've been saying about Kandi for the longest. She's not bright. She's not that bright. She has a wonderful business acumen, but she's not sharp like that. That is the reason why she doesn't get into shade matches with people. She's admitted that. I'm not quick like that. And it's clear that you're not quick. You can't come back with, we going back and forth, throwing shade, throwing shots. She does her shade a little differently. She's a little bit more messy with her shade. Some people's shade is very clean, and you're like, wait a minute, did that bitch just shade the shit out of me? But Ricky Williams said, I understood what you were saying about relevancy and being successful. And I think you're too smart for your own good, is telling Tamar. I think you're too smart for your own good, and I don't think she's that bright. So she didn't get it. And I don't think it was intentional that she didn't understand what you got. I think towards the end, but I don't think she understood what you meant. I said, yes, Ricky Williams. Honey, Tamar clocked her shit. That is when people start doing shit, that's when you got to call them out real fast. She called her out real fast. I don't know if I want to watch. I was supposed to watch the 3 episodes because it's 3 episodes. The 4th episode came on yesterday. They're playing them every day on CBS, Big Brother Celebrity. So I don't know if y'all gonna watch it or y'all been watching it or what, but that's the only clip that I saw, and I just only saw a few clips of Tamar and Kandi together, but I think it is a very good dynamic for them to use. And see, this is the problem that I have, because Kandi was like, because I know you, I'm not about to vote you off. Like, that's what they should have been on. Like, bitch, we 2 black women, we about to do this. Let's act like we not getting along, bitch. And then we could figure out who the fuck we need to get rid of. Like, they could work opposite, but together. Like, see, that's what and I think Kandi was trying to do that, but Tamar, so, like, she needs the floor. She needs to be heard. But that's what her thing was with, Iyanla. Like, she has something to say, and maybe she doesn't feel like anybody has ever listened to her, but she carries that into her relationships with everybody. Like, she wants to be heard, but it's annoying. It's like, shut up, Tamar. Your message gets lost because of your behavior. That's just exactly what the fuck it is. But are y'all watching it? So let me know if y'all watching it. Ted Bundy. So I was supposed to watch Big Brother last night so I could catch up and kind of talk to you guys about it. Honey, the edible's kicking in. Talk to y'all about it this morning. But I started watching the Ted Bundy tapes. I don't know if y'all know, and maybe you don't, because a lot of y'all are new subscribers, but I have an obsession with serial killers. And I love to watch documentaries on serial killers all the time. So since I was a teenager, I remember my grandmother giving me a book, this Time Life book of serial killers, and she gave it to me, and it was a wrap. I done read Helter Skelter. I done read all the books, all the books. Ted Bundy was my favorite because he was handsome and he was very, very smart, and he also helped, after he was arrested, helped the FBI find another serial killer based on profiling alone, and knew where to find the serial killer's victims. Ted Bundy was so smart. Ed Kemper is another one. His IQ was 142, 6'9", murdering people. That is the reason why I don't get out. Like, when people tailgate me, I used to get upset, and I have, not have been in control of my anger and have hopped out on people for tailgating me. But that's what he used to do. He would tailgate people, and then when the people would get upset and they would jump out of the car, he would kill them. I said, oh no, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that no more. I think it was like 6'9", IQ 142, Ed Kemper. Go look him up. But the Ted Bundy tapes, I was like, I know all of these stories. I know they all look like Diane. Diane was like one of his first girlfriends. But I want to hear the tapes of how he's describing and he's talking in third person, which is a typical narcissist type of shit. And look up serial killers. They're mostly mutable signs too. Mostly mutable signs. He was a Sagittarius, November 24th. But yesterday was the 30th anniversary of his execution. But Ted Bundy was very, very smart, very calculated. And it's so interesting to hear him talk about himself as though he's helping find or analyze the behavior of a serial killer. But he's talking about himself. It's really interesting. So I don't know if y'all are into that shit, but I am. And so I was on the 4th episode. I watched it last night. I was like, I'm not about to binge watch this tonight because I gotta be at work in the morning. But it's on Netflix, Ted Bundy. So why do I have FBI agents not getting paid? Oh, the people that arrested Roger Stone this morning. Roger Stone, that's hilarious. That's all I have. That's all I have this morning to talk about. Oh, something else. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to think of the emails that I got. I think that's it, y'all. Come on, like. All right, so that's it. Anything else? Oh, yesterday somebody sent me a video based on, when we were talking about Afro-Latinos and, saying black or whatever. and somebody was in the comments, and they were explaining something, and I was asking questions, and I was just like, okay, I don't understand where you're coming from or whatever. So they sent me a couple videos which are very, very interesting about the original Americans who were black, Aboriginal Americans. So I'm now going to start doing some research on that, because I thought it was very, very interesting, because I was like, wait a minute, what? Yes, you can't be from Africa if you're an original American. So I just have to do research now, because now I'm just like, I got to do research. I mean, you have to do research. You have to do research so that you can expand your brains. You get your brains expanded. Anyways, this edible is kicked in, child, and the sun is in my eyes. So I am about to go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and take care of each other. Protect your energy, drink some water, and wash your ass.